We've left the biggest expense for last, your vehicle expenses. If you own or lease a personal vehicle, you can write off a portion of your vehicle expenses as a business expense. Here are the receipts you're going to keep track of for your vehicle: your gas, your business parking, all your vehicle maintenance, license and sticker renewals, other vehicle expenses like auto memberships, vehicle payments, and your vehicle insurance payments. Now, here's the tricky part. To figure out how much of your gas, vehicle maintenance, payments, and insurance you can write off, you have to keep track of your business mileage. Now, I know this might seem like an overwhelming process, but remember, once you get into the habit of doing your once-a-week spreadsheet entries, you can still do it all, including your vehicle entries, in under 5 minutes a week. The easiest way to keep track of your mileage I've found is like this. Open a new tab and go to maps.google.com. Make sure your bookmarks bar is visible. If it's not, go to the browser settings, go to bookmarks, and click Show Bookmarks Bar. Now what you want to do is type an address in your city, doesn't matter where. Click Directions. Click the car. Use your home as the starting point, let's say 1 Front Street. Click Add Destination. Type in your address again for the third destination. Now you can either bookmark this by dragging it down to the bookmarks bar from this icon, or you can click on the star and add it as a bookmark. Make sure you select Bookmarks Bar. There's the bookmark. Right-click on it, click Edit, and change the name to something like Fuel Tracker. Now, anytime we need to track our fuel for a business outing, we can just click on our bookmark. You want to start with entering in what the mileage was on January 1st of the year. But if this is your first time using the spreadsheet, you're probably not starting at the beginning of the year, so you probably don't remember what your mileage was on January 1st. But there are a few ways to estimate this. Check out the link in the description to see which way works for you. Or you could just take a picture of your current mileage and then just guess what your mileage was at the beginning of the year. It's not going to be super accurate, but if you have the picture as a reference point and you make a conservative guess, it's unlikely to cause you problems on the off chance that you get audited. No matter which way you choose to estimate your mileage on January 1st, we want to take this time to set ourselves up for success next year. So, let's hop over to our calendar and scroll to the next upcoming January. Add a task or reminder. Title it, Take a Picture of Mileage in Car or Vehicle. Then make it a reoccurring event annually on January 1st. Now, you will be reminded to take a picture of your mileage every January 1st. In terms of actually taking the picture, you want to download a free app on your smartphone that embeds the timestamp into your pictures. I recommend this one. It's free for both Android and iPhone. You're going to take that picture and put it into the vehicle section in your expenses for the year folder. That way, when you take the picture, you have proof of what your mileage was on January 1st of the year. During your Sunday or once-a-week entries, you're going to enter in your current mileage from your dashboard, enter in the business mileage from the week, and any vehicle expenses you've incurred, and the spreadsheet will automatically calculate how much of your vehicle expenses can be deducted for your taxes. A note about vehicle payments. If you're leasing your vehicle, which is kind of like long-term renting a vehicle, a portion of your lease payments will get written off for business. If you're financing a vehicle, which means you got a loan from a bank to buy the vehicle and now you're making payments to pay off the loan, you don't get to write off your finance payments. Instead, you write off the purchase of the vehicle back here in fixed assets under Class 10. But if you are financing your vehicle, not only do you get to write it off the year you buy it, but you do get to write off the interest you pay on your finance payments. What you want to do is call your bank or loan provider and ask them how much of your finance payments go toward interest. So when you pay them monthly, weekly, or every other week, you enter in only the portion that goes toward interest. In summary, what you'll need to keep track of your vehicle expense is your January 1st mileage, your current mileage, receipts, and your business mileage for the week. If you just bought your car this year, or you just started your business this year, and you're using this car for some business use, you'll need to add it as a business asset. You won't need to do this every year, just once. Go to CCAs, fast link for vehicles. If you bought it this year, type in the date, vehicle type, and the total you spent on it. And make sure the sales tax is correct. If you got the vehicle for free from a family member or a charitable donation, delete the tax. The CCA class for vehicle might change depending on the type of vehicle and the price you buy it for. Next, we can use this fast link to enter in the make, model, and year of the car. You can use this link to go back. Ooh, right now we might be seeing a red warning because we haven't put any business use yet. That, of course, comes later automatically when we update our mileage and input our business drives. If you're filling in the business use and you still have a red or yellow warning throughout the year, it might mean that you've purchased an expensive vehicle and your total has been adjusted to reflect the maximum write-off you're allowed. Or your sales tax and subtotals are being adjusted for the write-off you get for your type of vehicle and business use percentage. Either way, as long as you entered in the correct purchase price and you're entering in your vehicle expenses and your business mileage, everything is okay. If you've had this car for a while, but this is your first year of your business, we have to add the vehicle to the sheet at the current year's value of the vehicle. We'll go to a website that can give us the current value of our car, get an estimate based on make and model, fill out the prompts, save a screenshot of what I chose for my records, and continue. January 1st as the date, use the average price as the total cost, and delete the tax. Save a screenshot of your valuation as well, and then in your Google Drive, move these screenshots to your finances folder for this year for proof of how you got those numbers. Then we can use this fast link to enter in the make, model, and year of the car, and that's how you add a vehicle to your self-employed spreadsheet. Let's do 2 quick examples. In this example, I'm leasing a car. It's fueled by gas. I enter in the gas I paid this week, $75. I had 3 places I parked this week for business reasons, $10, $4, and $6.50. I got an oil change, $42.75. Scroll down. I renewed my license plate sticker, $90, and paid my yearly CAA membership, $120. Scroll back up. I made a lease payment, $127.90. Lastly, I paid my car insurance, $120. I know from my records that my mileage on January 1st was 23,000 kilometers, and I know from walking out to my car and looking at my dashboard that my current mileage is 23,500 kilometers, so I put that here. I hop over to my calendar and see I've gone 3 places for business-related things, so I open the fuel tracker that we just made, type in the first address. I see round trip that it was this many kilometers, so I type in the date, address, reason I went, and the kilometers. I do that for the other 2, and now I have a percentage of all my vehicle expenses that will be used as a tax deduction. Second example, I bought a car this year. I go to my CCAs, enter in the cost of the car in class 10, and then I go home. Now I go to vehicle expenses. It's an electric car, and I'm financing it. I enter in the electricity I paid for this week, $55. I had 3 places I parked for business reasons, $10, $4, and $6.50. No oil changes or maintenance this week because it's electric. Scroll down. I renewed my license plate sticker, $90, and paid my yearly CAA membership, $120. Scroll back up. I'm financing, so I call my loan provider, ask how much of my finance payment goes towards interest. They said it's $57 from each payment. I'm paying weekly. Lastly, I paid my car insurance, $95. I know from my records, my mileage on January 1st was 23,000 kilometers. And I know from walking out to my car and looking at my dashboard that my current mileage is 23,500 kilometers, so I put that here. I hop over to the calendar and see that I've gone 3 places for business-related things. So I open the fuel tracker, type in the first address I see, round trip, that it was this many kilometers. So I type in the date, address, reason I went, and the kilometers. I do that for the other 2, and now I have a percentage of all my vehicle expenses that will be used as a tax deduction. One last quick note about fuel tracking. If you have a day of driving for business-related reasons that requires more than 1 stop, you can click here to add destinations. Add a few here, reorder them in the right order, starting and ending with your home address. You'll be able to see the total kilometers here and type that in. Type in the date, give an overall reason for the trip, and as for the address, you can click Copy Link and paste the link into the address. So if you ever need to see where you drove that day, you can click and the route will pop up showing the kilometers that you drove. And that's it for vehicle expense. In our next video, we'll be wrapping up how to use the spreadsheet by looking at the income section and what we owe to the CRA.